to the league games now. So the final weeks, I've got Magnus Division, my division, coming up. For the most part of the game, I was looking to lose the game, but for some reason, Barkley went mental, so there's 2-yard touchdowns and stuff like that. So I managed to pip up 223 to 194 for Plymouth Argyle Browns. Blacksteel Legends 203.78 against the top end Niners 190.17. Whitford Rockstars 141.13 against the top team Leeds Lassos 237. EK Colts 177.84, which is pretty low for them against the highest team of the week. Warner Bay Warriors, and what you can do about that. Hot Shot Hot Dogs 140.03 against the Portsmouth Pirates 195. Stoke-on Bengals 170 points against 166 Rotherham Raiders. But Stoke-on Bengals are already through anyway, so. With that
I'm sorry, Johnny, I've not said anything for a minute because I was just having a minute's silence for Mr. Baxter's playoff hopes.
I know. I think in the end it wouldn't have made any difference. Oh. No,
yeah,
actually, if he'd won, he would have been sixth, but he'd been playing me in the playoffs.
He would have got into the playoffs. But yeah, so it's Leeds Lassos, Stoke-on Bengals, and Firth, your very own Firth Vikings that head off to play for the Orkney Bowl.
Yeah.
And then playing out for the helmets in the divisions. You can add in Warner Bay Warriors, the highest scorers, Whitworth Rockstars and EK Colts into that. So EK Colts sneaking in with at 7-7, you know, the highest scoring team at 7-7, and it just goes to show you how important scoring points is.
Yeah, it's like it's obviously different from our home league with the head-to-head, but
yeah, I
it's
mean,
all about the points.
At the end of the day, it makes it, you know, when you come into these knockout situations and you know, obviously, you need, that's how winning games isn't enough. You need to be scoring points as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Arthur was a bit unlucky. He did a good score this week, but unfortunately, my team here, like he had Elliott and he had Njoku, they got nearly 70 points between the pair of them.
They did, yeah, but alas, as you say, Barkley and his 2-yard touchdowns, you know.
I know, and his big run. At least he got the points for the big run before taking 2 points off with his fumble.
You'll be glad to see Hull scoring as well heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I did say that in our home league podcast, saying that Hull would actually benefit with Wilson being his quarterback, and it certainly showed there. So
absolutely,
I didn't expect Wilson to play that well, to be honest. But yeah, if it helps,
they're not going to drop Wilson out now either. You know, that's it. Wilson's a man for the rest of the season now, so that bodes well for Hull for you in the playoffs.
I'm going to need it going to playoff them up against, but yeah, we'll look at the playoff picture, playoff bracket.
Yeah, so Tigers. Oh yeah, sorry, yeah. So Leeds Lassos and Stoke-on
Bengals get a bye. Then you've got the Warner Bay Warriors up against Whitford Rockstars. Then we've got myself up against the EK Colts. So it's going to be a close one, and hopefully I'll have to score a high to get through.
Yeah, well, you would have got through if it was this week. If the game was this week, you got through comfortably, you know. So you're heavy favourite for the game, Johnny. You know, there's no getting away from that fact. You know, it's you have to be favourite for the game, and it's a very winnable one, you know. And you get through that, and then I mean, it is any given Sunday now, though. You know, it's playoff time, so anything can happen in the NFL, as you know. All it takes is one quarterback injury.
Well, I've already had three of my 4 games I lost was because I lost my quarterback mid-game. So I'm glad I picked up Stafford for like £1 as all in free agency because he seems to be balling at the moment. So
well, he is, and I do believe that he's got a cut. In fact, did I get rid of him because I didn't like his playoff? I can't remember, but I mean, he's balling anyway, like you're saying.
Look what he did last week against the Ravens.
Hooker looks the real deal, and Cup looks more fit than he has in a long time.
Yes, and you've got obviously Williams, he can dump it off to him too. So yeah,
they're right in the playoff hunt as well, and that's what you need to look for, Johnny. You need to look for teams that have got something to play for, you know, and they are right in the playoff hunt. So that's a massive thing as well. So yeah, I mean that's a great pickup.
Yeah, and obviously Mr. Baxter will get a bye after the first round in the consolation, along with Webby Portsmouth Pirates. And then you've got Gaming Teacher against Arthur,
Yeah.
and Joe has the Hot Shot Hot Dogs against the Rotherham Raiders.
I mean,
Rotherham Raiders. So
down there you're playing for your league positions now, aren't you? So just get to the final, and then it doesn't matter because you're in the top. You're in Division 3. But yeah, it's certainly you want to be as high up as you can. So it's Division 3 or it's Division 4. So win your first game and you're
go from there. That's it.
in the third division.
Yeah. Well, that's it. Obviously, getting the top two spots gives you a help because you'll not get through one game to get into the stay in the top division. But that's a whole point of finishing 1 and 2.
That's
it's a good chance. I'm thinking, like, for the promotions and relegations next year, might do 4. So if you finish in the top 2, you're guaranteed promotion. Because it's a bit strange finishing top 2. That way, 4 goes up, 4 goes down, and 4 stays put.
Yeah, that which makes sense as well.
Because it's a bit of a shame if you go like 11 and 2, like these two teams, and one of them gets knocked out by the team in 6th, and you're like, well, you're not going to get promoted because you've got bombed. So I think an incentive would be for promotion would be finishing in the top 2, and then the rest are playing for the last 2 spots.
Fair enough. I mean, it's
and then you're still playing for the helmet afterwards. But I think it's a fairer way because it's a bit. I can't see those two teams losing.
The helmet's from the main bracket, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just for the champions bracket.
Winning the champions bracket.
Them, so.
Yeah, so and I think you're well represented there in the playing out for the Orkney Bowl as well, Johnny. Leeds Lassos have been on fire all season, as have Stoke-on-Bengals, really, and a couple of weeks aside, you've been really strong as well this season. So every one of you's got. Well, I mean, everyone's got a chance now, haven't they? But
the thing is, like, I beat Leeds Lasso. That's one of their few defeats, and the first game against the Bengals was really close. But the last game last week, I had half my team off. I got hammered, but the first game was close, and obviously they've no more bye weeks, so they can avoid any more injuries. And Nick Mullins throws the ball to Addison, then I'm okay.
Yeah, well, that's a big if, innit?
Well, he had one catch for 7 yards from Dobbs, but then he got injured with 7 or 8 points after Mullins came in. So, because hopefully that'll help. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I'm glad to be in the top 3 and getting
absolutely.
Well,
it's your inaugural season, Johnny. It would have been a shame if you didn't get there.
I know. Unlike my co-host.
Well, I'm nowhere near.